खिसटा ही पास, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The Saguna Sakara Puja is limited in time and space. It is suggested that we should do the puja etc. early in the morning, before the sunrise. But normally, those people who are doing it, they are getting up at about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And till then, the gods are poor sitting over there, waiting somebody should come and wake them up and give them something to wash and all that. But these so-called regular puja people, they will do it at their own. Particularly those houses where the old retired people are engaged in doing the puja, they will be running around, go here and there, read newspaper. All the children have gone to the school, everything. Now this old man has no way, because before he takes food, he has to complete the puja. So at about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, they will be doing the puja. This is a cartoon. Therefore, we have to recognize this principle, that the Saguna Sakara Puja is limited by time, space and object. So we are dependent on a particular place. We have to go there. Then we have to do the puja at a particular time. And then we require particular things for doing the puja. See, we require so many things. The various kinds of flowers and the leaves, and then the water and the milk and the honey and the offering, everything is required. In the absence of that, we are unable to do it. This is regarding the Saguna Sakara Puja, which has its own limitations. However, that is the way that we have to train ourselves. See? Like the children are trained by providing some support. So they are taught the concepts, etc., by some support. This is long, this is short. So we show them the two sticks. This is long and this is short. Now these children have learned it. Now they apply it in their life. When somebody comes to their house, the child shouts at the mother, "Mummy, something long has come, along with one short." Now he has learned these two words. and the concept about long and short. So he will apply it on anything that comes. In the same manner, we learn the various approaches wherein we become centered towards common point of attention. So because we are identified with the body, because we are unable to get into the non-conceptual experience, therefore some concepts are developed. So then the various gods are kept. Bhagwan Krishna is there, Bhagwan Ram is there, Hanumanji is there, and then Ganapati, Vishnu, Shivji, Shivalinga, all of them. So we have something to focus on. If we are told right in the beginning, don't think of anything, then you will start thinking, what is that anything? I have never seen anything. Can you please tell me what is that anything? See? Therefore, Saguna Sakara Puja is necessary, wherein we are trained how to focus ourselves on a particular issue without compromise. This is the purpose. Therefore, when we are listening to this Nirguna Manas Puja, don't become over smart and start condemning those people who are engaged in doing puja. Bhagwan Shankaracharya, having given such tremendous commentaries on the Prasthanatrayi, there also he wrote Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Moodhamate. Because knowledge cannot be given. What can be given is how to remove the ignorance. Knowledge is already there. But the ignorance, the wrong notions are to be removed. Okay? Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Now, if you see the commentaries of all the great masters, they are all unanimously telling that when you approach the teacher with humility, sincerity, inquiry, and ask questions about the truth, then they will explain you the truth. In fact, if you add one before the jnanam, upadekshanti te ajnanam, viparreya. See? And see what meaning comes. The meaning will be the teachers will be instructing us what is not the truth. See? We are all lost under the conditioned expressions of the reality. We are not able to drop the conditionings and come to discover unconditioned truth. Like, for example, we see the daylight and we call it a sunlight. And we are so much deeply rooted in this knowledge that we don't even understand we are talking wrong. Sunlight cannot be seen. What is seen is the daylight. Daylight is the reflected light, not the sunlight. See? But because everybody says that way and it is routine, so we also say. In the same manner, we want to know the knowledge. Give me the knowledge. Knowledge cannot be given. It has to be discovered. It is covered with so many nonsense. Friends. And therefore, in the Saguna Sakara Puja, our mind is running here and there in the things and beings. So we are trained, at least for some time, focus your mind on something higher in life. Then you will see there are many rules and regulations as regards the upasana of the Saguna Sakar, the form, with name and with form. See, Saguna Sakar. So we are told you should not eat this thing, you should not do this thing, you should do this way. and you should observe the Ekadashi, you should observe the Shivaratri, observe fast on every Monday in Shravan Mas, 4 months, all the 4 or 5 Mondays, you should not take the food, observe. So by this, we become focused. That is the purpose. That time we don't ask question, but why not? Is it Shivji is not there on other days or what? Is it only on Monday? Such stupid questions will be removed from our mind because we are now committed. And then we listen to whosoever tells us, we listen, we follow, we don't doubt. In this manner, slowly we become focused on something higher in life. See? When you are ready to observe fast on Monday, because it is the Shravan Mass, you don't want to take food, so you have learned that you have to sacrifice. We have to give up something. Tyage naike amrutatva manashu. So this Saguna Sakar Puja is essentially meant for helping us to focus our attention for something higher in life. And something higher in life can be attained only if we give up our involvement in something ridiculous from these worldly things. So what we do? First of all, we do the puja of the Krishna, Rama, Govinda with a view to fulfill our desires. It is better at least. Instead of going from one beggar going to other beggar. Okay? No, we go to the Lord. Instead of asking the worldly people, give me this, give me that, we go to the Lord. So we have changed our focus direction to something higher, superior. And then by His grace only, then we come to know that more than the one who can give us everything, if we get Him directly, then our approach to changes. And then slowly our approach to the puja also changes. Then external supports are minimized and then internal inquiry kindles. Now the most important thing which I started with, this Saguna Sakar, the puja of the truth with the attributes and form, is limited by time, space and object. You can do that puja only during the waking state. You can do that puja only at a particular time of the day. Out of 24 hours, we will be busy in doing that puja only for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, depending upon the time at our disposal. Sometimes we bypass also. Today only, oh Krishna, Krishna, I am in a hurry. Okay, thank you. Don't mind, I am going over. So it is limited by time, space, and situation objects. Now, when we are thus gone through, now our mind has become sufficiently pure. Now, nothing disturbs us. Neither the worldly things, nor achievements, nor failures. Mind is at peace. Mind is pure. Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes, what is the definition of the pure mind? Normally, what we understand, pure mind means that mind wherein the kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamatsarya, desire, anger, greed, jealousy, etc. do not exist. That is right. But that is a lower definition of pure mind. Pure mind, according to Bhagavan Shankaracharya, is that mind where inquiry about the self kindles. We want to know, who am I? Up to this point, what we know? What I am. I am a man, I am a woman, I am husband, I am wife, I am rich, I am poor. This is what I know. But what is required to be known is, who am I? When this inquiry, who am I, kindles in our mind, understand our mind has become pure. What is a perfect mirror? Pure mirror, the same word, wherein our reflection is seen exactly as we are. Then it is a pure mirror. So, if we stand in front of the mirror and we can't even see our face properly, why? It is covered with the dust. So, by the Karma Yoga, we remove the dust. Tyagi neki amrutattva manush. Then the mirror is shaky. Then we steady the mirror. Now, there is no shaking on account of the desires. The mind is no more carrying the burden of the value for the objective world, nor the mind is disturbed because of any issue ever. Such a pure, undisturbed mind will naturally lead to inquiry as to who am I? Whence this world? Who is God? This inquiry kindles. And such a person is now qualified to enter the Nirguna Manasa Puja. See, my friends, why I have given so much of introduction to emphasize one point. And that point is we have to know spiritual life is not a part-time profession. Spiritual life is a full-time preoccupation. Know for certain. Full-time preoccupation. Number one. Number two. Spiritual life, Nirguna Manas Puja is spiritual life. The spiritual life is not limited only during the waking state. It is not limited only a particular time of the day. But the spiritual life, the Nirguna Manasa Puja, is 24/7 business. Not only in the waking, but also in the dream and in deep sleep. See? Because who am I? Am I only in the waking state? Am I not in the dream? Am I not in the deep sleep? Yes. I alone am. That is the ultimate reality. This is the Nirguna Manas Puja. So if I have to recognize who am I cannot limit myself only to the waking. I alone support waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. And therefore, Nirguna Manasa Puja is not conditioned by time, space, situation, paristhiti, etc., but it is a continuous, unbroken commitment to the truth. See, my friends, this is extremely important to know. Therefore, we have been going through the same support which is used for the Saguna Sakar Puja, and in that we have come to the 20th verse. Samasta vasana tyagam dhupam tasya vichintayet. Whatever is in our mind is reflected in our action. If the mind is disturbed, the actions will also be disturbed. If the mind is frustrated, the life is also frustrated. So, our life's dhupa, the smoke, comes because of the desires. If somebody has desire to eat food because he is hungry, then you will see the expressions will be according to that. Come on, get something to eat. I am feeling very hungry. So, vasana, whatever are the desires, that is expressing as the smoke of life, not the light of life. So first of all, we have to burn all the desires. Therefore, samasta vasana tyagam dhupam. So when we offer dhupam to Bhagavan in the Saguna Sakar Puja, dhupam grapayami. And the dhupam is having a fragrance. So our fragrance of relativity, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamatsarya, let us burn it away and let the fragrance of the freedom from desire be the expression of our life. That is offering the dhupam agrapayami. Yeah, how beautiful it is. You know how the desires are born and how we get caught up in that. There are three stages. When we do not know something, we don't desire that. Like we go to Amazon and then just scroll and there you get some offers. Samsung S24 offer, replacement, this credit card 10%, that credit card 5%, this offer 20%, and as a result, the original phone of 1,20,000 will be available to you only for 60,000. Oh, half, almost. Wow. When you did not know, no problem. When you come to know, so first janati, first we know. Then ichchati, then we desire. And after the desire pressure increases up to a particular level, then karoti, then we are engaged in activity. I had to do that. Therefore, what is the meaning of vasana tyagam? Vasana tyagam is whenever we know something, first question we have to ask ourselves, is it necessary? So many things keep on accumulating. I'm not telling you in my own place. There are so many things. Where from they have come, I have never even seen. Keep on accumulating. Then it becomes one project for me. Collect all of them and distribute and again empty the whole house. Again in due time they keep on accumulating. Therefore, samasta vasana tyagam. No more entertaining. I want this, I want that. Not only the objects, but the situation, the place, the time. So how to deal with that? What will be Nirguna Manas Puja? Nirguna Manas Puja will be when we are no more disturbed by our own mind's demands. What is the mantra for this thing? Nirguna Manas Puja. Living at zero complaint level. हे विलय अनंते तैसे जी रहावे यही विधि राखे राम ते ही विधि रहिए जो थारी राय सो मारी राय. Such undisturbed being is spiritual life. Otherwise, every small little thing is enough to disturb. This is samasta vasana tyagam dhupam tasya vichintayet. So we are now offering the dhupa to our own self, the self that we are. Manisenniva. Right in the beginning only we have used that word. The Atmalingam. To that Atmalingam, offering dhupa is no more desiring anything about the world. Meaning what? If you want to listen to silence, the only way is we have to remain undisturbed because of any sounds. And the best part is nobody can do it for us. We have to do ourselves. And if we are bent upon doing that, then only we are doing the Nirguna Manasa Puja. Therefore, Samasthavasana Tyagam Dhupam Tasya Vichintayet. So we have now offered the Dhupam to the Atmalingam. Dhupam Tasya Vichintayet. Desires are abnormalities in the mind. Desires create a kind of a tension in the mind. Now, if you want to understand exactly what happens to the mind in the desire condition, just imagine. If you take any latex rubber tubing, that same type which is used for making the hand gloves, that kind of latex rubber, take a tube and hold it. Don't stretch it, simple holding. So it is normal. Now take one glass ball and push it inside to some extent without cutting the rubber tubing, and then see. Wherever the ball is, there the rubber walls of the tube will be tense. Another part of the tube is relaxed. And the tense part is conspicuously seen. Oh, there is something in that particular place. So, rubber being rubber, constantly struggling to come back to its normal position. See? And when we remove that glass ball from the rubber tube, again it comes down, calm and quiet. Exactly the same way. When an object enters in our mind, there is a bulge in the mind, and that bulge is the desire. And it creates uncomfortable feeling. Then what we do? We fulfill the desire, meaning we remove that object from the mind. Simplest example, a cup of tea. I want a cup of tea, so that cup of tea has entered in my mind, therefore there is a tension in the mind, bulge. And when I get a cup of tea, that bulge, the tension dies away, and I feel, ha ha, enjoyed. What is the enjoyment? Is it coming from tea? No. Because the mind is no more entertaining desires. Therefore, samasta vasana tyagam, when we entertain zero desires, that is offering dhupam to the Atmalingam. My friends, all these things we have to learn from our own experiences. This point I made it number of times. Don't push the Guru outside. Normally we do that. We have the picture of the Guru, frame it firmly and hang him on the wall, and thereafter never learn anything from him or from the world. Remember this, Guru, 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 don't push that Guru outside. See, Bhagwan Dattatreya had 2 dozen gurus. And if you read that in Bhagavad Mahapuran, he never said, which guru taught me what. He said, I have learned this thing from him, this thing from him. Exactly the same way. Let that guru be invoked in our heart. And then we come to know that when we entertain zero desires temporarily, as in deep sleep, we are so happy. Now suppose you have to catch early morning flight and you therefore want to retire early. So you sleep at 8 o'clock so that you can wake up at 2 o'clock, finish your bath, get fresh, and then go to the airport. So from 8 to 2 o'clock, you will be waking up 100 times. Oh God, is it not late? So one desire is killing our whole night. We have got the Himalayan size of desires. What kind of Atma Chintan we can do? Therefore, Nirguna Manasa Puja is Atma Chintan. And it is done continuously. It is not only for a particular time in a particular place. So, samasta vasana tyagam dhupam tasya vichintayet tyage naiki amritatva manasho. Now, continuing further. Jyotirmaya atma vijnanam deepam sandarshayet buddha. Jyotirmaya atma vijnanam. See, now, like I am seeing this, let us say, this Bluetooth. Now, this object is not self-illumined. So, we require external light. So, one is external light. If the object is bathing in the light, who will know it? Of course, I will know it. So, the knower is necessary. And the knower also must be awake, not sleeping. So, the inert object involves so many lights for its illumination. Now, if we have to see the light, do we require any other light to see the light? No. In the same manner. What is the Jyotirmayatma Vijnanam Deepam? So, Pramana Nirapeksha Anubhuti is the light of lamp we are showing to our own divine self. In that light, we disappear. Only divine remains. Be very attentive. Try this experiment. Very simple. Let there be some ordinary mirror, not very expensive, simple mirror, because we are doing some experiment. And keep it on a stand. And opposite, let there be a candle burning. Let us take 2 feet. So how much deep will be the reflection of the candle in the mirror? Again, same 2 feet deep. Although the mirror is only uh, 0.1 or 0.2 millimeter thick. Okay. Then slowly start bringing that candle burning nearer to the mirror. To that extent, the reflection will also start coming nearer to the nearer in the mirror. Now slowly go ahead and then keep it nearest to the mirror. Now what will happen? The heat of this candle flame will be heating the mirror, and as a result, the mercury oxide, which is fixed on the back side of the mirror, will start slowly melting away. And then the reflection which was seen in that mirror, which is now no more a mirror, it is a transparent glass, where that reflection will go. The reflection will go back to the original source. The seeker is reflection. The mirror is our mind. And the light is Pramana Nirapeksha Anubhuti, that experience which does not involve any known means of knowledge. So we drop the sense organs, we drop the mind, we drop the intellect. This experience where sense organs are dropped, therefore objectivity is dropped. Mind is dropped, therefore emotions are dropped. The I is dropped, therefore there is no experiencer. ध्यातृ ध्याने परित्यज्य ध्येयमेवावशिष्यते. When the meditator and the meditation is dropped, what remains is the eternal presence. Jyotirmayatma Vijnanam Deepam Sandarjashed Buddha. The wise seeker should now show this light to the Atmalinga. What is the light? Light is the experience which does not demand the means of experience and experiencer. What will be the experience of a husband if he is no more disturbed because of the wife at all? That I am a man. In the same manner, if we are not disturbed by the relativity is established because of the sense organs, mind and intellect. When we are no more entertaining that experience which creates the duality, which creates the comparison, and which creates an experiencer, when these three things are dropped, yet we continue to be. Friends, this experiment I told you a number of times. Who goes to sleep? Think. Waker doesn't go to sleep, he is not in the sleep. Dreamer doesn't go to sleep, he is also not in the sleep. The deep sleeper also does not sleep. If he sleeps, who will know? Then, friends. Therefore, in sleep there is nobody. And that is why nobody is happy. The moment we become somebody, problems begin. We have to ourselves stop this, becoming an experiencer. Therefore, in Nirguna Manas Puja, we do not require any external supports. We drop all the internal supports, which are the sense organs, organs of action, mind and intellect. So everything is dropped. And that which remains in the absence of everything, that is offering or showing the light to the Atmalingam. So, Jyotirmayatma Vijnanam Deepam Sandarshed Buddha. न तत्र चक्षुर्गच्छति न वाग्गच्छति न मनः न विद्मः न विजानीमः यथा एतत् अनुशिष्यात्. Upanishad says, neither the organ of action, perception, nor the mind, nor the intellect can ever comprehend that. Not only that, we do not know how to tell you. Yatha etat anushishyat. How to tell the disciple, we don't know. Oh God, then relax. And then we start reflecting that which is other than the known and the unknown. So known is the effect, unknown is the cause. That which is beyond cause and effect. We drop the cause and effect. We have dissolved the mind. we have dissolved the intellect, we have dissolved all the relative experiences, and we come to the uncreated, unchanging, eternal, divine presence. This is न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतो यमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य परमात्मनः तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति. It is in his light everything is known. Dear friends, this is the Nirguna Manasa Puja. Dhupam agrapayami, deepam darshayami. Now, we go to the next step. Now we have to give the Naivedyam to the Atmalingam. Naivedyam Atmalingasya Brahmandakyam Mahodanam Vimanandarasam Swadu Mrityurasyopasechanam. Naivedyam Atmalingasya Brahmandakyam Mahodanam. Now be attentive. Absolute reality is Sat. The infinite potentiality of the Sat is Chit. The expression of the Sat and Chit is Ananda. And this Ananda has got three Shaktis: Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. So, Paramatma is Sat. When Chit is invoked, he is called as Ishvara. And when they come together, he is called as Ananda, and that is Hiranyagarbha, Sutratma, at the totality level and the subtle body at the individuality level. So, Paramatma that we are, then we have got the infinite potentiality but unmanifest, that is the Ishvara, Karan Deha, Karan Sharira, causal body, and then expression of that causal body is the Sutratma, Hiranyagarbha, or the subtle body. The subtle body is the container of everything. This is Mahodanam, Mahaudanam, huge food is given. So when we sleep, what happens? The subtle body and the gross body, they go back to the causal body. All the differences disappear. Differences start appearing at the mind level, at the subtle body level. Yesterday also I told you, these are very subtle points. Sense organs and sense objects, duality. We are at the peak of samsara. Then the sense organs and the mind, we are struggling to control our sense organs, something better. Then we are at the intellect. We are no more getting influenced by the likes and dislikes of the mind. We have evolved to a great extent. Now, such a student, he who has the Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dhamma, Uparati, Shraddha, Tidiksha, Samadhana, and Mumukshutvam, such a seeker is now slowly becoming contemplative, and he comes to discover that samsara is worldly objects and they are comprehended through the sense organs. Mind is behind them and they are all supported by the eye. And if this eye is dropped, then what will happen? We don't die, as in deep sleep. Objects are dropped, sense organs are dropped, mind is dropped, and I, Vijnanamaya Kosha, so is also dropped. Then there is deep sleep. And what is that deep sleep? In deep sleep, the waking and the dream world are consumed. Mahodanam. So, Naivedyam Atmalingasya Brahmandakyam Mahodanam. So, all the Trigunatmika Prakriti and its expansion is dissolved in the self. Mahaudanam. Where the dream goes when the dream is over. Where the waking world goes when we are in deep sleep. It can go somewhere if it exists. Where the snake goes when it is inquired with proper means of knowledge, it goes nowhere. But can there be the illusion without a substratum? That which was seen as a snake, with proper inquiry, when we approach, the snake disappears, but the substratum, the rope continues to be. Exactly the same way. All that is experienced through the sense organs, etc., one by one we drop. When sense objects are dropped, there is nothing wrong with the sense organs. When sense organs are closed, the mind continues to be. When the mind is no more influenced by likes and dislikes, we come to the I. Now this I is at peace with himself. Then this I dissolves in the principle of life. And in life, there is no I. And that is the deep sleep. And in deep sleep, what has happened? This subtle body or the Hiranyagarbha was swallowed. See, gross body and subtle body. Both of them are swallowed in the deep sleep. Where they have gone? They have gone nowhere. They nowhere never existed. What remained is the truth, on which these were superimposed, like the snake and the rope. Naivedyam Atmalingasya Brahmandakyam Mahodanam. So we slowly start discarding everything. And what is the ultimate that is discarded? Mr. Somebody. Somebody is discarded. Then there is no husband, wife, brother, father, Indian, non-Indian, rich, poor, sannyasi, grahastha, papa, punya, in merit, achievement, failure. This experience is like the space. Now, where the space disappears, it goes back in the mind. Where the mind disappears, it goes back in the life. Where the life disappears, in the pure conscious existence. So everything is swallowed. That is Mahodanam. So Atmalingasya Brahmandakyam Mahodanam. The whole world is swallowed by us. See? In deep sleep, we are nobody, we are nowhere, we are never. But we continue to exist. So when again the waking experience begins, where from the world, the time, the space come, they are all gone in me. Mayeva sakalam jatam. Mai sarvam pratishtitam. Mai sarvam layam yati tad brahmadvayam asmya. This is the meaning of Naivedyam Atmalingasya Brahmandakyam Mahodanam. Everything is born, Mai means the seventh case, locative case. Everything is born in me, everything is sustained in me, everything goes back to me. The water says, all the waves are born in me, all the waves are born in the ocean, which is sustained by me, and all the waves and all the oceans go back in me. That water I am. So, in this example, water is the Brahman, our own essential nature, ocean is the causal, and waves are the effects. When we transcend the cause and effects, we come to uncaused experience without an experiencer. This is Naivedyam Atmalingasya Brahmandakyam Mahodanam. Everything is offered to the self. Then, as a result, what will happen? Piba Anandarasam Swadu. Then you will be enjoying the bliss, the Anandarasam. See? Rasam means what? Rasam means that which has no cause. Like if you take the mango pulp, they make the amrasa. In that process of making amras, what they do? They remove the skin, peel it off, and thereafter they start squeezing that nice, cute mango along with the pulp and the seed and take out everything. After it is completely peeled out, then that rasam has no seed. A same way, Piba Ananda rasam, that bliss which is not caused, which is not because of this I am happy. No. Piba Ananda rasam. This is not the happiness that we have ever experienced. Our happiness is, I wanted it, I got it, I am happy. I wanted to get first position, I got, I am happy. I wanted admission in the college, I got, I am happy. Our happiness is the cheap one. Desire fulfillment is our happiness. If our desire is not fulfilled, we become miserable. Friends, in life, failures are essential. If there are no failures, if there are no obstacles, if you want to sharpen a knife, you cannot take a butter slab and rub the knife on the butter slab to sharpen it. It will never happen. If we want to sharpen a knife, we require hard stone. In addition to that, we also require correct knowledge how to apply in which angle and how much pressure and how many times it has to be done. Then only the instrument will be sharpened. But if you take that knife and like cutting the bread, you want to just put it on the hard stone, you will destroy it. Therefore, Piba Anandarasam Swadu, don't go into the cause, why this, why that, things are like that. This principle I have told number of times. Try to delete these two words from your mind for good. Why and how. Why ऐसे ही होता है. Don't waste time with why. If this is now sort it out, how it can be sorted out. So piba anandarasam swadu. Then mrityu asya upasechanam. Then such a master has upasechanam is chutney. When we take food like dhokla. Now the dhokla has no taste, no nothing. Therefore, we have green chili or some sauce or something, and with that we eat it. So it is an essential requirement to have chutney, etc. So mrityu asya upasechanam. So to such a great master, thereafter he has killed the death. He is no more in the purview of relative existence. Be attentive. When a person takes divorce, what happens to the husband or the wife? Do they die? No. Then what happens? Nothing happens because they never existed. And who were becoming miserable? These non existing entities, husband and wife, they were becoming miserable. The mrityu asya upasechana means what? No more living as the body, but living through the body. No more living as the jiva, but let the divinity express through us. Three stages. First, no more living as the body, but living through the body. The one who is living through the body is called a jiva. Now, no more living as the jiva, but who is the jiva? Jiva is the one who wants something. But when we empty ourselves completely, like the dhupam, agrapayami, deepam darshayami, when we are emptied completely ourselves, then the divine will manifest through us. This is what is mentioned here. Mrityasya upasechanam. The death is like the chutney. You eat the death. No more fear of death in life. See, friends, if we have this notion that if I walk the spiritual path, I will not die, even if you are not on the spiritual path, you will not die. Death is impossible. Nobody has ever died in this world. Not a single reflection in the mirror has ever died because it appears, doesn't exist. In the same manner, the five elements, they come together and a form is made called body. And when the five elements disintegrate, who has died? Then the jiva you take. Last life we did something good or bad. This life we are enjoying or suffering. Next life will again continue. That time this body will not be there. So neither as a body we die, nor as the jiva we die, nor as the Paramatma that we are we die. This is making the death a chutney. देखो मौत की चटनी बना दी. We all suffer in life never because of death. We suffer because of the fear of death. If I die, what will happen? I don't know. If you don't know, relax. If you know, be prepared. After having listened to Vedanta, you have lost your right to be miserable in life. Shivanandarasam swadu mrityu vasya upasechanam brahma kshatraja ubhe bhavat odanaha mrityu asya upasechanam. Kathopanishad, this mantra comes. Brahma Kshatra is the Sattva Guna, Rajoguna. Odanam eats them. And Mrityu Tamoguna is Upasejana, chutney. See, that is the principle of death. So, Pibanandarasam Swaduhu Mrityu Asya Upasechanam. How beautiful it is. Ajnanochishta Karasya Kshalanam Jnanavarina Vishuddhasyatmalingasya Hasta Prakshalanam Smaret. Now we have taken our food and we have to wash our hands. No, but we were taking food by a spoon. So we now are in the next step of the Atma Puja going on. Ajnana Uchishta. Why I'm not able to see? Acha, this I can't see. अज्ञानोच्छिष्टकरस्य क्षालनं ज्ञानवारिणा विशुद्धस्यात्मलिङ्गस्य हस्तप्रक्षालनं स्मरेत्. अज्ञान उच्छिष्टकरस्य. Our hands were soiled by the leftovers of the ignorance. What is the leftover of the ignorance? I have been doing sadhana, I have been doing meditation for so many years, and now I feel I am okay. But sometimes I get a doubt whether, but sometimes I get a fear also. Oh, I don't know what I should do. This is ajnana uchishtakara. There are many seekers. So many years they have studied, they have taught, and yet they get entangled in this world, creating things. Remember, friends, whether you understand or misunderstand me, I don't care. If one has really taken in letter and spirit Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, you will never get lost in creating anything in this world, whether disciples or ashrams. Then, second principle of Vedanta is Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Then, you are one with everybody. Naiva Guru na Shishya Siddhananda Rupa Shivoham Shivo. No cause, no effect, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. अज्ञान उच्छिष्टकरस्य क्षालनं ज्ञानवारिणा. All our hands, everything are or were contaminated by or soiled by when you are taking the food of the worldly things. I enjoyed the thing, I had them, but I failed here, I have got so many. Your hands have become uchishta, soiled. Then kshalanam jnana varina. Then we have to wash our hands. What is the washing of the hands? Naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manneta tatvavit पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पृशन् जिघ्रन् अश्नन् अश्नन् स्वपन् स्वशन् प्रलपन् विसृजन्. All that is being done, naiva kinchit karomi iti. It is all happening. That is kshalanam jnanavarina. Otherwise, as much we are proud of about our achievements, that much we are frustrated of our failures. Both of them are the same, they are not different. Whether you are happy because you have money or you are miserable because you don't have money, both are the cases of the influence of money. Conditioning is the same. By excess of money, one conditioning, and by lack of money, another conditioning. Money is a common factor. Therefore, ajnana uchishtakara, the wrong notions about ourselves, about the world, about God, about spiritual practice, about God realization. See, ajnana uchishtaka, kshalanam jnana varina. Now we have to wash our hands in the light of wisdom, in the waters of wisdom. In Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, Bhagavan brings this topic. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वै अहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृत् वेदविदेव चाहम् द्वौ इमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमपुरुषः तु अन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्ति अव्यय ईश्वरः यस्मात् क्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादविचोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो माम् एवम् असम्मूढः जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं. दिस इज द मीनिंग. क्षालनम ज्ञानवारिणा जानाति पुरुष स सर्वविद भजति वाम सर्वभावेन भारत. इज वन विद द टोटलिटी. सर्वम खल्विदम ब्रह्म. बट फॉर दैट we have to recognize earlier. See, na rupamasyah tathopalabhyate. This world is described in a big way, but again it is washed away. Then the jiva is described in a beautiful vimudhananu pashyanti pashyanti jnana chakshusha. Fools will not understand the topic of jiva in the scriptures. And then God, we are throwing him away above the clouds. Then sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishta. He alone is supporting our being. And that being is me. Etad buddha buddhiman syat krutokrityascha bharata. Hey, my friends, this is the meaning of ajnano chishtakarasya kshalanam jnanavarina. By the waters of wisdom, knowledge, these wrong notions are washed away for good. This is Vishuddha Atmalingasya Hasta Prakshalanam Smaret. This is what is called Hasta Prakshalanam, washing the hands. Of whom? Vishuddha Atmalingasya. Vishuddha Atmalinga, our essential divine immaculate pure self. To that self we are giving Argyam Sarva Hasta Prakshalanartham Udakam Samarpayami, Jalam Samarpayami. This is the meaning of that. See, my friends, this is such a lovely, lovely text. The more you reflect on this, you come back to your own being. In presence or absence of things and beings are left with no impact on us. We are ever the same. And the best part is, this is not an achievement. There is no gain, nor we have lost anything. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. By this Nirguna Manas Puja, we don't become divine, nor we have the vision of God. Only the divinity is now able to express through us because we have emptied ourselves. We have washed ourselves with the Jnana Varina, with the waters of knowledge and wisdom. Vishuddhasya Atmalingasya Hasta Prakshalanam Smaret. This is how we have to do the Nirguna Manasa Puja. Ragadi Gunashunyasya Shivasya Paramatmanaha Saraga Vishayabhyasa Yagastambula Charvanam. How beautiful it is. No puja is complete unless Tambula is given. And it is Shivasya Paramatmana, Shivji. Paramatma Shivji. Where? In Varanasi, Banaras. And what is the greatness of Banaras? Khaike Pan Banaras Wala. Unless you take the Pana Tambula, there is no completeness and fulfillment of having taken the lunch or the dinner. Many years before, somebody asked me this question, Swamiji, please don't mind if I say something. I said, I don't care, you say anything. Normally, Mahatmas don't eat pan. How come you eat? I said, because of your fault. He said, what fault I have done? Why you call me Mahatma? You label me something and you want me to behave according to your label. I am a not Mahatma, I am a Chota Atma. No, 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 it's not like that. I said, do you know, in puja also, the last things that are offered are Tambulam Samarpayami. And when we go to the traditional families, particularly in South India, after food and everything is over, when they give dakshina, along with that they give the betel leaf and supari and dakshina, and that is the tradition. Because tambulam is ananda, fulfillment. So ragadi guna shunyasya shivasya paramatmanah saraga vishayabhyasa tyaga. To the Shiva that we are, to that Shiva, what should be given by us? Ragadi gunashunyasya. He who doesn't have raga, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, to that Paramatma that we are, what we have to give? Saraga Vishayabhyasa Tyagaha. We are so much obsessed with so many things. Let this obsession be Saraga Vishayabhyasa Tyagaha. Always thinking, talking about the worldly things, always wanting this, wanting that. These abhyas of remaining objective in our pursuit, tyagaha, has to be completely given up. That is what is called as tambula charvanam. When you are chewing tambula in Banaras, then you will see why people in Banaras don't fight with each other. Because they have got tambul in their mouth. Now, instead of enjoying that tambula, who will fight for small little things? In the same manner, those who are in their blissful being, let somebody call you name that you are dumb. If you don't talk, simply sit down. People will think that you are dumb. Let them think. Then giving them confirmation by opening your mouth. Therefore, Tambula Charvanam is you are enjoying. Those who know the joy of eating tambula, they have the tambula kept on your side. One of my friend, two of them, one from Assam, he is no more, other is from Gujarat, he is still there. They used to eat, the Assamese friend is no more, he used to eat every day 30, 40 tambul, and that too kacha, not the ripened tambul, but the erica nut used to be raw, like a kacha mango. And then they will cut it with a knife, and then little bit of chun, and then the tambul leaf, and then eat it. And on his finger, he used to keep lot of lime. So every now and then, and enjoy. Hardly he will talk to anybody. Why? He's enjoying tambula charvana. So like when we are eating tambul, we are enjoying by ourselves. We don't require anybody around. In the same manner, these ragadi gunashunyasya shivasya paramatmanah saraga vishayatyaga abhyasaha. So we have to give up attachment to things and beings. That is the reality. Remaining we'll see tomorrow. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।